You can
Go,
just
boss.
get out.
I want to hear your story. Sorry, I interrupted.
Story from what do you want to know?
Well, what were you gonna say? Sorry, I like jumped down your throat.
I was just gonna say I'm similar to you. I'm like jack of all trades. I'm doing this, that, and everything. So same as you, I not head coach, but I coach at a functional training gym. I also coach at a women's lifting gym.
Yeah.
And then during COVID last year, I set up a gym at my home, pretty much. So I'm also doing PT and normally small group training at home, but we can't do that just now because we're in lockdown again. But yeah, do that. And then I do a lot of promo work and modeling work for different companies. Every now and then, my background's real estate, so I'll dabble back into real estate when I feel like a bit of a change. But yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. But I'm looking at moving interstate as soon as our borders open because they're all shut at the moment. And then when I get up there, I'm going to. Have you been to Queensland?
Nah, I've never been to Oz.
I haven't been to Oz. Well,
No.
Queensland, like Melbourne's, it's hot in summer, but winter's cold and miserable. So Queensland's a bit more stable all year round. So I'm going for the weather. And there's so many more opportunities within the fitness industry up there because it's pumping all year round. So when I get up there, I'll start again and just, I have no idea what I'll do, but something within the industry. So yeah, just waiting to go.
Honestly, like starting again somewhere new is like so refreshing. I actually fucking love it.
Yeah. I'm excited.
You know what I mean? Like no one knows your name. No one knows like who you are, what you've done. You have no idea about people. You're not in the gossip. You know what I mean? Like nothing really matters.
Yeah, it'll be so nice. So I'm looking forward to that. But at the moment in Melbourne, we're in a bit of a shit place at the moment, but we've got no idea when we could do anything. So gyms aren't open. This week they've just allowed personal training again outside. So everything's outside, and it's today, like for the next week, it's raining every single day.
Nice.
So it's a bit shitty at the moment, but it'll get better.
Fuck. Yeah, like COVID's crazy, man. Like some countries have done it, and snapped their fingers and it's gone. Okay, whatever, keep going. And then other countries like yourself, it's just like, what the fuck? It's like 2 years in and you're not doing anything.
Yeah. Our Australia, like New Zealand has been really strict too.
Yeah, but, man. Yeah, that's true.
But I think you've done pretty well. You've done pretty well. Over there. Yeah.
There's literally 23 people in the country. You know what I mean?
Easy to control. Yeah.
Yeah.
Melbourne and Sydney, we've been struck pretty hard, but the rest of the country is doing pretty good. But each state have their own leaders, so all of our rules are completely different.
Really?
Yeah. But it is what it is. We'll be out soon. Summer's coming. All will be good.
Yeah. Like how hot does it get over there? Like it's fucking silly.
On a really hot day, like sort of early to mid 40s.
Nah.
What's in New Zealand?
Fuck, it's too hot here for me, man.
Because it wouldn't get to 40 there, would it?
No, it's like 35, 37 maybe.
It's still hot though.
It's still ridiculously hot. Too hot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, I need single figures and I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Any like 10 degrees or over, I'm sweating. Mate.
Yeah, don't come to Australia in summer.
No, I'm not doing it. Like I need to go south from where I am now. I need to go to Antarctica. I'll fit in. Yeah.
So I'm trying on the map of New Zealand because my partner's from Wellington area.
Yeah.
So is that north?
Wellington.
Yeah.
Wellington's right at the south of the North Island.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm like a third of the way down in the South Island. Well, no, that's a lie. Like roughly halfway down.
So it's colder where you are.
In winter, I would say yes.
Yeah.
But in summer, apparently this like Canterbury gets the hottest in the country. I think it's just because it's dry.
Yeah.
But Wellington, I've heard rains a lot.
Yeah.
I'd feel at home there.
It rains a lot.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, but I've not really spent any time.
You haven't been. Where have you been? Where have you been traveling?
Nah, man, like, I came to Auckland for like 5 months, and like
Yeah.
started at a gym there, and whatever happened, and lost a couple jobs and whatever. And I was like, you know what, fuck this, and lived in my car and like drove around, and you know, kind of drove and lived through places, if that
Wow.
makes sense, rather than like settling down and putting my roots in the
Yeah.
ground, because like I'm literally like 12,000
Cool.
miles away from home, so I'm just fucking dossing around.
Yeah. So how long have you been in New Zealand for?
What are we, September, like I don't know, like 20 months.
Oh,
No,
so not long.
21 maybe. Yeah, not long.
So pretty much all of COVID.
Yeah, I was here, and then like
Oh,
5 months. I was here for like 4 or 5 months, and then
yeah.
it was like, yeah, you're not getting out of your house. You're locked down.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Not a good start. Hey,
it is what it is. You know
I
what I
was
mean?
at the start of well, not the start because I think it started in December, but March was when it got really bad, and I was in Dubai.
Oh
And
shit.
I was like, I did not want to, like, it was cool. Dubai was cool, but I did not want to get stuck there.
Mm,
And I remember coming home. That was my last trip I had. Coming home, it was so eerie at the airport because
mm,
Dubai airport is pumping because it's like that stopover airport for so many places. And it was like crickets. It
mm.
was weird. So strange.
Were you
But
working out there?
New Zealand, hey?
Were you working out in Dubai?
No, no. I actually I went because I also work in Bali. I helped do retreats for CrossFit Wanderlust in Bali. And
Cool.
I went to Bali for a month, 2009, at the end of 2019. And I met a boy
There we
and
go.
he was American and he lived in Dubai.
Yeah.
So we got along really well. And then he's like, he came to Melbourne over Christmas and visited. And then he's like, you have to come to Dubai. And I'm all about seeing other countries. Like, and the fact that he lived there was really cool because he could show me.
Mm,
Seeing a country from a point of view of living there is completely different to that tourist point of view.
totally.
So I went over to see him, and that when I got there, I realized pretty quickly it wasn't what it seemed.
Uh,
But I still got like a trip out of it, which was cool. But I went and trained in the gyms. All the gyms over there, they're sick.
mm,
Like they've got money over there, and their gyms are epic. But the one I loved the most was there was one in like the warehouse district, and it was really ghetto. So you've got all the fancy gyms that are like, I guess for really rich people. And this one still would have been really expensive, but it was decked out like you were, I don't know, in a New York City alleyway.
oh,
It was
sick.
all graffiti and just like really ghetto. I loved it. So I trained there nearly every day. But yeah, I just went over there to hang with him, and then I ended up just booking my own you know how you do like tourist tours,
Mm,
how you book them through. I just did my own and had a ball. So I
sick.
just did day trips, and then everyone there seems to train at night because it's so hot. So instead of training in the morning or after work, they train at like 8 p.m., 8 till
Mm,
10 sort of thing. So I do my stuff during the day, train at night. It was cool.
It's a cool
But I
place.
was very happy to come home.
Hey, yeah. Like, could
Yeah.
you live there, do you think?
Well, I got offered a few jobs to coach over there.
Yeah.
They're always looking for coaches. And I thought about it, and I thought that would be a good test to see when I went there if I could imagine myself living there. But I think it's an awesome country, but being a woman over there, not that like I didn't feel unsafe at any point, but you just you're not equal. You're not equal there. So
Understood.
like, yeah, you just doing day-to-day things, you just have to be a little bit more careful. You know, in New Zealand and in Australia, you can go out and do whatever, wear whatever. It doesn't matter. You're fine. You're safe. There, you just have to be a bit careful.
Mm.
I don't think it's as bad as what people say, like where you have to cover up. It's not like that. But if you don't, people look at you, and that's not nice either.
Yeah,
So
it's weird, right? Because you
mm,
can't, like, I think about that quite a bit, in the sense of like I went over there a little bit and was thinking of the same thing, whether to go take a job out there, right?
yeah,
Somewhere around that region, because money, tax free.
yeah, good
Everyone's like,
money.
make
Yeah.
some fucking good money, you know what I mean?
But in saying that, it's good money, But because I drink coffee, I love coffee. I'm from Melbourne. But for a coffee, it was
I've literally got a joke
$11,
next to him.
$11 or something
11 bucks?
Australian. Yeah, for a good coffee. Like, I mean, I drink almond milk, so that's a little bit more. But for
Oh,
a
here we go.
coffee, $10, $11. And then I'm like, if you got, yeah, they pay you more, but then groceries were so expensive. And I
Fuck.
went out for an acai bowl and it cost me $25. So it's sort of like it's worth it if you go there and you just make your own food and don't go out. You'll save some money. But otherwise, if you live your lifestyle you normally live, you'd work out breaking even.
See, I'm a poor
Yeah.
man, you see, like I save my shit. So if I'm going out there, I'm going out there for like 2 years. I'm living like a broke bastard and
Yeah,
I'll save
hermit.
my money and fuck off. You know what I mean?
It pays off though.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
you were
mean,
considering
hey?
you're considering going over there?
No, I was like before I came over here, I pinged out my CV and like one came back from Abu Dhabi, one came back from Canada, and then Auckland, and I was kind of, I don't know, I was just weighing it up. I was technically talking to a box in Saudi too, which
I spoke to one in Saudi as well.
yeah,
And
that
Abu
would have
Dhabi.
been a wild time.
Yeah. It would be cool. Like as a male, I think it would be really cool. But Canada, that would have been pretty good too.
Yeah, man. Like I'm up for like fucking seeing anywhere, you know what I mean? Like literally anywhere. Maybe.
Yeah.
Take over the world, right?
If you like the cold, do you snowboard?
No, I've never snowboarded.
Because their snow out there is meant to be pretty epic.
I mean, the snow is pretty good, right?
Yeah. But they've got a good snow season over there.
I don't have to travel like 24 hours. I just have to like get in a car 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you got good snow there too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. No, I've only ever I've skied for like a day and a half, and that's it. That's my entire experience. Like it's expensive back home, you know what I mean? You have to go to like Central Europe and that's an expensive thing. Although I did do it in Eastern Europe, which was a fucking belter of a time because I had no idea what I was doing, right? And I was with my mates and my missus at the time who was from there, right? They were just like, right, put your feet in these. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was like, they're called ski boots, put them on. I'm like, all right, yeah, sound. Like, get up. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like on my feet. And they like shoved me over. I was like, all right, lesson number 1, get the fuck back up. I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? Like, well, you're gonna have to figure it out when we get on the mountain. And it was basically that and drinking all day. It was fantastic.
Eastern. So whereabouts in Europe? Which part?
It was Slovakia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Eastern Europe. Yeah.
No, they didn't ease you into the skiing. They just threw you in the deep end.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm either going to bounce or I'm going to break.
Yeah.
Like, it was good fun. And it was like €19 for an entire day, including the hire of the gear and everything. Like, it was cheap as piss.
So cheap. So much cheaper. Crazy.
Yeah, here's a fucking rich man's spot. I take the piss out of people who are skiers because they clearly got some dollar behind them.
Yeah, same as like in Melbourne, for us to go out to the fields, it's probably for a good mountain, it's about a 4-hour drive. And then just to take your car on the mountain, I think it's about $100.
Really?
Then you got to buy lift passes, which are like, I think about $250. So it's like you may as well just go on a holiday to Bali. Like it's cheaper to go to Bali for a week than it is to go on a day trip to ski in Melbourne, in Victoria. Crazy.
Oh. I can't get over the size of Australia.
It's huge.
It doesn't.
I haven't seen all of Australia yet.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's a bit. You have to get over here, and each place is really different.
Really? That I didn't know.
But if you like the cold, stay south. But even like, it depends what you want to do when you want to see places. But yeah, you could even get work here. Plenty of coaching jobs when we open.
It was funny, right? Because when I got over here, I was like, okay, like realistically, I'm going to be here for like 2 years and then I'll probably miss home and want to go home or do whatever, right? And me and my brother wanted to start a joint back home and we're like, okay, I'm going to come over here, make some dollar and then fuck off. and obviously COVID hit and shat in my hands and collapsed. So that was a little bit difficult. But I was like just pinging out a lot of emails, right? And a lot of places were just like, yeah, come in and guest coach. So there was one in, where was it in Australia? Byron Bay, maybe? I don't know.
Byron Bay?
Maybe. I don't want to throw them under the bus and say, oh yeah, we contacted that blonde guy, but or that blonde guy contacted us, but I can't remember. One of them around there. One was in Tasmania.
That's cool if you
Yeah, and I think it'd be really cool, right?
And
like just literally straight off the boat, I was like, hey guys, like you don't have to pay me. I just kind of need a couch to crash on, you know what I mean? Because I'll be on the other side of the world and I have no idea of anyone here. I think it'd be really cool. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. But kind of planted my roots and signed on the dotted line of like, okay, I'm here to like actually take on a role a bit more in this gym, which is really exciting.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Yes, I will make it over.
Podcast on the side.
Yeah, man. Chatting some shit to some people.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And I mean, if we want to go super left field, just writing some stuff down too and kind of making books.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Talk to me about the women's gym.
The one that I work at in Melbourne.
Yeah, that interests me.
Yeah, so it's based in Bayside, and it's basically just women. They don't really do any cardio.
Nice.
The women are starting to learn Olympic movements, but it started off with bench, squats and deadlifts, like basic sort of stuff and presses. But it's just lifting. So it's sort of designed similar to a CrossFit class where the start of the session is like activation and warm up. Then they've got their compound sort of movements, and then they've got basically bodybuilding. They don't do any cardio. So it's really cool because the age range is probably from about, I think the youngest is about maybe 20. And I'd say the average is in the late 30s to early 40s is probably average age. And yeah, it's just women learning how to lift weights and loving it. Like not many people love cardio. So it's, teaching women that have never stepped foot in a gym before how to lift. So it's really good. It's a good concept, and the fact that there's no cardio makes a lot of people interested.
Yeah, fuck that shit. People that enjoy that are weirdos.
Yeah, I like cardio, but I'm not quite right.
Yeah, we don't. No, I don't trust you.
Yeah, no, but that's good. That gym's good, and it's different. It's similar but different to CrossFit because they're not trying to. I mean, they're trying to get stronger, but it's not like they're not doing anything crazy. And it's very social as well. Like, yeah, it's a good group of women. So I do that. That's been closed now for a while just because of COVID.
Oh, with the COVID. Yeah. The fucking C word, right? It's going to be the new C word that people can't say.
Yeah.
You can say cunt all you want, but COVID, no.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. It's like Voldemort. Or he who should not be named. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Not like I never really got into it. Not a massive fan, sorry, man.
Okay. What about Star Wars?
Nah, not Star Wars.
Oh my God.
I liked Lord of the Rings. Enjoyed that.
Okay, you got 1 out of 3, but 1 out of 3 is still a fail.
Not Harry Potter or Star Wars.
You know, it's 33% on a test. You know what I mean? You're gonna fail on that. I'm sorry. Like,
fail.
That's a fail. Yeah. What's the like dynamic like in Australia, right? In terms of females in fitness, because like a female gym, that concept fascinates me. But obviously I've got a male perspective on it, so I'd want to hear a female perspective on it. So what's the dynamic like in Australia?
It's changed a bit. Like when I first got into the fitness industry, there was a lot of, I don't know if they have it over there, but like Fernwood and Curves, that was like just women's gym. And then at main gyms, like, you know, your commercial gyms, they always had female sections where they could like hide away from the men.
Really?
But that's sort of changed. Like I've been through quite a few gyms, like as I've been moving around, and
yeah,
I feel like it's more popular to be strong now. Like in the last sort of 5 years, it's really picked up. So women, when they know what they're doing, they're happy to go train with the boys. And there's not many gyms now that have that section. And if they do have the private section, it's a really old gym. So I think it's getting better. Like women aren't as timid anymore. Those Fernwoods and all that, there's not so many around. So they're sort of shutting down. Because at the end of the day, like women want to be able to train with boys too. And I just feel like overall that their confidence is increasing. And it might be due to like I know I follow heaps of fit women on Instagram, and it's becoming like people they want to be strong now. They don't want to be thin and frail. Yeah. So I think that's the popular thing to do at the moment. Hopefully it doesn't change, doesn't go out of fashion or something. But my opinion is like, I mean, it's good to have those as an option for people that are really timid to go to a normal gym. But I love when women can train with the men and be confident walking around a gym. That's great. That's my opinion. I want to see more of that. So with my PT clients, I train them up. So if they want to continue to train with me forever, that's fine. But if they can go off on their own and go train at the gym and not feel scared and have an idea of what they're doing and how to program for themselves, that's sort of what I want to see.
Totally,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're not completely dependent on you, like they're like independent with their own health and fitness journey, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a girl, because I have quite a few clients online. She stopped her online training with me last week, and she's like, I think I'm really, really sorry, but I think I'm okay to write my own programs now. And I'm like, that's good. That's what you want. Like, she was sorry because she wasn't paying me anymore. But like at the end of the day, that's what you want. If she can go off for the rest of her life and train herself and write herself programs, that's awesome. So that's sort of what you want to get people to.
It's also a job well done for you, right? You've done your job correctly.
Yeah. And she feels confident by, like, she's saved the programs that I've given her, and she's confident to, like, she understands how it's programmed now, and she can go off and do that on her own. So I've taught her within her own training. So it's really good. And it's the same for me. Like my old coach that I had, I think you learn as a trainer, you learn a lot from other trainers or coaches. So over the years, like I've learned so much, way more from other coaches and even watching PTs, the way that they coach, than what I learned doing the schooling for it.
Yeah, totally.
Like basic schooling, they don't teach you basics in that, but you learn from other people, and just you got to keep learning. And if you
totally.
can take on different things from different people and create your own, that's what you want to do.
It's a game of growth, right? With the fitness industry, and like the whole thing is about passing knowledge on to the next person or the next generation or whatever the fuck it is, right? And the most valuable thing you can get is feedback.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
and
what
I think you got to keep moving around. Like what you're doing is awesome, because you're constantly meeting new people and going to different places. So you'll continue to become a better coach. Whereas if you stay in one, I was in one gym and it was awesome for years and years, but I just became really like
stagnant.
I was stuck. Yeah.
I get that.
I didn't feel motivated anymore. There was nothing wrong with the gym. I just couldn't, there was no one to learn off anymore. So I just needed to move. And I think that's not a bad thing.
Yep. I've had that massively twice. Ironically, they were both back home. Like one was home, like in Manchester, and then the other one was like in the south. And I got to a point where I was like, I think I've progressed a lot, but at the same time, like I feel like I've hit a ceiling, and I don't like running on a treadmill. I don't like staying in the same spot. You know what I mean? If I'm going to go run, I'm going to go run on the road, because then I'm going to reach a new destination.
Yeah.
So that's when I usually live in my car again, and then just go fucking move somewhere and figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. It's good that you can do that. Really good that you can do that.
I mean, what's the other option, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you don't have a family and you don't have kids and stuff, do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it while you can. Yeah.
Exactly.
And hopefully like next year you'll be more free to, if you wanted to, move around a bit more.
Honestly, I would absolutely love to. Like, travel is one of the greatest things in life, I think. Like you meet so many different people, you have conversations. I like sharing stories. Like one of the first things I said to you was like, tell me your story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's cool. It's cool as shit. Like you learn fucking so much, you know what I mean? And I'm a guy who like thinks about a lot of shit. And if I'm able to see the same thing through someone else's eyes by having a conversation with them, right? Or going to see it in their country, then I don't know. I want to be that fucking granddad in a rocking chair telling stories with nursing a whiskey.
Yeah, very much more of that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Fully agree. Like I would much rather spend my money on traveling and meeting new people than buying a fancy new car or whatever, you know?
Don't get me started on cars.
Experiences over things, materialistic things.
Honestly, don't get me started on cars.
Yeah. Why? What's happened? Yeah.
No, I just couldn't give a shit. Like I genuinely couldn't. I've only ever driven.
I feel like I have to get you started on now. What's going on?
No, hey, here we go. Like you fucking. Oh, here we go. You've let the air out of the balloon. That's it. It's gone. In the sense of, I don't know. I've only ever driven pieces of shit cars. You know what I mean? Like barely road legal, kind of works. You need to like punch the headlight for it to work. That type of stuff, right? And you see kids, like legitimate kids, driving to school, high school, in like BMWs. What the fuck are you doing? I don't get it.
That's the same in Melbourne as well. Yeah. Yeah. But one thing I've learned from that is like when I grew up, I don't know how old were you when you could get your license?
We're 17 back home.
Yeah. So we could get like a learner's permit at 16 where you have 2 years of driving with like a parent or someone that's off their P's.
Yeah.
And my mum, like she was a single mum. So she said, if you, with your first car, you've got to save for it. Like she wouldn't buy us a car. So I got I got my birthday. I got my license on my birthday, my 18th birthday. And I bought a Toyota Corolla.
Nice.
1980. I feel like it was 1983.
Nice.
And it was like $1,100 and it was a lemon. It was like problem after problem, but it got me through to my next car. But the amount of like stupid accidents I had in that, like reversing into those short poles that you can't see when you're looking at your back window and like just scraping gutters, scraping the stupid stuff. If I drove a BMW, it would be completely fucked. So I still do stupid. Like I think I'm a good driver. My boyfriend or my sister might say otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's worth having a super expensive car.
I don't get it.
I'll just stick to my average cars and to get to A to B, I'm happy.
Yeah, and people make the excuse of like, oh no, you need a big car for whatever, right? You got kids or you transporting or comfort or whatever. I've legitimately lived in the smallest car possible. And like, that's it. That's everything I own has been in this little shit box. It's like, you don't need a big car. Like you want one, you don't need one.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Well, I'm hoping that when I move up to Queensland, because we're going to drive, so it's a massive drive. It'll take about 2 days. So we'll just stop on the way and like make a trip out of it over 5 days. But I hope my car makes it. So I'm saving just in case when I get there, I need to get a new car.
Holy shit.
We'll see.
It's going to be like around the world in 80 days.
Yeah. Well, driving up there is going to be, because we have to go through New South Wales. So it'll be like I've never driven very far in my life. So it'll be a good like road trip, but I'll be by myself. So it'll be me and my dog. And then my friend will be in his car. So we'll be like convoying up to Queensland.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah. I've honestly stop in like staying roadhouses, dodgy hotels. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Have dinner at vending machines.
Yeah.
Be good.
Stories, mate. Stories.
Yeah. That's it.
Like I've legitimately been weighing up. Like I probably get to this like existential crisis once a week where I'm just like, fuck this. I'm going to buy a van. I'm going to live in the van with my cat and I'm going to like travel the country. You know what I mean?
Why not? Yeah. And you don't need to pay rent. You just need a shower and a toilet.
Yeah. And there's enough waterfalls here.
Yeah. But like in Australia, we have heaps of public toilets that have showers in them as well. Do they
Really?
have that in New Zealand?
That's some posh level shit right there.
Oh, so you don't have that there?
No, I've never seen like a fucking public shower.
If you do that, then if you're going to do the van life, you have to do it in Australia, because then you've got free showers, toilets.
But then it's always hot, and every animal that lives there wants to fucking kill you.
It's not true. It's not that bad. It's not always hot though. If you come between pretty much December and March, it's hot. But any other time of the year, it's very chill.
What's very chill for you?
Well, not winter. Our winter's probably not as cold as yours. On average in Melbourne, it's like 12 degrees.
You know what? I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah. And then spring, we're in spring now. It's pretty crappy start, but like late teens, early 20s.
All right. Yeah. It's pretty similar. You know what I mean? Like we'll get some fucking days where it'll be cold. Well, cold for these guys over here. Like it's not legitimately cold. I'm honestly nervous for the time I get back home. And if I go home for winter, I'll fucking die.
Yeah, you won't be used to it.
Nah, it's gonna get
back home in winter.
It's gonna get silly.
Don't go home. Tell all your family to move overseas.
Well, that's why I'm here, man. Like I'm here to fucking get them over here. I'm here to get them out the shit. You know what I mean? That's why.
Did your brother went with you?
Nah,
to New Zealand?
My brother's back home.
Ah.
Yeah. To bring back. But he will be tied into a gym somewhere in sometime soon.
Yeah.
Even if I have to, I don't know, sell me soul or something. Like we said, we're gonna do this since we were like fucking 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How is your brother older or younger than you?
Nah, so he's not my blood brother, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I say I got two brothers. I don't have any brothers. I have two actual sisters and no brothers.
Yeah.
But I say I have two brothers because they are legitimately the reason I'm still here. So you know.
So they're your bestie.
Yeah, man. Like through it all, they've still been there. You know what I mean?
So have you seen them at all since you've left?
Nah, it's been like 2 years, just under.
Yeah. FaceTimes
gets weird. You know what I mean?
Have you been? Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah,
like
it's weird. I agree. You have to get them over when they come.
That's it. Like with the whole MIQ, it's a bit difficult at the moment. MIQ like here is like 3.1k New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's like that's just fucking sitting in a hotel room with your thumb up your bum and you've spent 3.1 grand. Like it doesn't make any sense. Never mind flights.
And is that 2 weeks?
That's 2 weeks, yeah. 2 weeks.
Okay. I just saw a news article yesterday saying that I think as of December, I might be wrong, but we can travel. If you've got your double vaccination, you can travel anywhere in the world. And when we come back home, we have to home quarantine for 1 week.
Wow.
And I think they'll probably do a test maybe at the airport, and then you'll have to do another one before you come out. But I mean, that's a perfect ending to a holiday. A week at home, do all your washing, just order all your groceries to come in. It would be perfect before going back to work. So hopefully New Zealand does something like that.
I think they will do. Like it's just been really slow in getting people vaccinated. You know, like everyone back home, they're talking about a third jab. They're like, maybe we just give everyone a third jab. Like everyone's double dosed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But here I'm still waiting for my first.
Yeah. How long do you have to wait?
27th of October, I'm booked in for the first one. And then it'll be whatever weeks I have to wait. 2 weeks, is it? 3 weeks or something?
Oh, that's good. Is that the Pfizer one or the Moderna? Do you know?
Fucking no idea.
No, because I had the Pfizer, and originally you could get them done pretty close, 2 weeks. But because we're so behind and we're waiting for more to come in, they've pushed everybody out to 6 weeks. So I have to wait. I get my second in October.
Nah, yeah, cool.
But yeah, you have to wait so long. Whereas my partner, he's a bit older, so he could get it before, like, because we have age groups
Age
that can get
brackets,
it done.
yeah.
Yeah, so he got his, I think, 2 weeks apart.
Yeah,
So he's
yeah, yeah.
done. Yeah,
I think they did something similar here, but
yeah.
I don't watch mainstream news. Like I just
Oh,
don't. I don't listen
hard to
to it.
know what to. Well, I think if you start, I make the mistake of starting my day off watching it every morning, and then
Yeah,
it just puts me in this mood.
yeah, yeah.
So the days I don't watch it, I'm good. If I watch it, I'm just like, oh, this is never ending.
So honestly, like I made myself, and I do it every morning, right? So I get up and I do a little bit of reading, like literally like 4 pages, because my reading is
Yeah,
really bad. But anyway, like I'll do
yeah,
some sort of reading, and then
yeah.
I'm technically a poet, right? Like I published with a book. Bit
Mm,
different to coaching, but anyway,
yeah,
we'll
completely
gloss
different. Yeah,
we'll gloss over that one.
yeah,
But I do some writing first. So I read and then I'll write, and I have to write at least one before I go on my phone.
yeah,
So I've not like consumed anything else about the world or any other people or any questions or emails or any bullshit until
yeah,
like I've already like read something and then also got something out of my head for whatever thought, feeling, whatever the fuck it is, right?
yeah.
And like I'm so much clearer about the day rather
That's
than like playing catch up. You know what I mean? Like you stick on your phone. You're like, oh shit, this thing's happening in wherever, or this person wants something from me, or whatever. It's like no, you like set
yeah,
yourself
okay,
first.
that's all good.
Give it a try,
Yeah,
man.
that's good to do. Yeah, see, I do the opposite. I wake up always an hour before my first client. I'll make a coffee and I'll sit
Mm.
in bed for 20 minutes just to like not have to get up and go straight away. Sit in bed, drink coffee, and that's when I go through my emails, messages, do all that sort of stuff. And you're like, some days it's just like, fuck, there's so many, I don't have enough time to get through it. Other days it's fine, but then I've got the news on in the background and it's just like a really abrupt start to the day. So that's a good idea.
Yeah, fuck the news,
Really
man.
good.
I
Yeah.
stopped. Honestly, I must have been like, I don't know, 16, 17, maybe 18 when I was just like, you know what? Everything I'm listening to and reading is fucking depressing as shit. I was like, nah, I'm out. And just haven't
They don't
watched it
put
since.
good stuff on there. Yeah.
Hey?
They don't really put good stuff on there.
Ah man, like
Always
we want to
negative.
show the good in humanity, right? Rather than like, oh, you know, young Doris got hit by a car. I'm like, well, that's tragic, but we don't need to know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wonder if there's like such thing as like happy news, if there's like a channel you can just put on every morning that's just good stuff.
Potentially.
That's an idea.
Maybe there's a new business
I
idea.
don't care if it's really lame, like about, I don't know, anything. You know the good stories you see on some of those pages on Instagram where it's like people helping animals or like
Yeah.
animals getting out, like protecting each other. I don't know, anything like that. That's good news. I like that. That
Or
needs to
like
happen.
we had this show back home called You've Been Framed, right?
Yeah.
Where you would send in like a funny video. Usually someone's like fucking themselves up in the sense
Yeah.
of like you're skateboarding or whatever, you jump off and then you hit your gonads on a pole or something, and it's funny,
Yeah.
right? It's funny to watch.
Yeah.
And if you send it in, you get 250 quid. Like they
Yeah.
give you like a decent amount of
They
money.
film it.
We
Yeah.
need to bring that back because you start your morning every day with just laughing.
Yeah, we had one in Australia. It was Australia's funniest home videos, same sort of thing. And it was
Nice.
just, I think every person, if it got aired, they got paid. And then
Yeah.
they had a winner at the end. But yeah, it was just all like stupid funny stuff.
That's
They don't
fucking.
show that anymore.
Hey.
They don't show that anymore. Like none of that stuff.
Yeah, people are too serious. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
take life way too seriously. Like
Bring
one
it
of the
back.
fucking best videos I've ever seen is actually an Australian video where someone was having a fist fight with a kangaroo.
Oh, I've seen that.
Mate.
Some of those kangaroos are like jacked. I think that's the grey kangaroo or something. I don't know. There's like some bigger kangaroos than there's standard kangaroos and there's some giant, like big mothers. Yeah.
Jesus.
I've seen that video and it's
It's fucking
so
hilarious.
embarrassing.
It has me in stitches every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nuts.
we need more of them. Oh, right. What else did I
Yeah.
see yesterday? Oh, someone in like fucking the States was like getting groceries out of a car, and this baby bear just jumps out of her fucking car, and she's like legs it
Out of
back
her
inside,
car.
out of her car.
Like it was in her car.
Yeah, legit.
So does that mean when she drove to the grocery store, it was in her car the whole time?
Well, she'd have like, she'd have like taken it back home, right?
Oh,
Opened the door, left
dropped
it
the
open.
groceries.
The bear would have like jumped in, and she's like come back. I was like, holy
Oh
shit, what
man.
is this?
Yeah, imagine that having a bear. You see all those videos of bears going for swims in people's pools, like when it's hot over there.
Yeah.
Crazy. Imagine that going out your backyard and there's a bear in your pool.
I legit would want to hug it though.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We've
would too.
watched way too many cartoons where bears are like friendly, and I'd be like, oh, they look really cuddly, and that would probably be the end of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
swift swipe and that's it. Alex is
But I
gone.
would, if they had like a bear hugging session at a zoo.
Oh,
Yeah, I would hug it. If they had a bear hugging session at a zoo, I would do it. I'd pay for that if I wasn't going to die. For sure.
And lions, man. I love lions. I think they're just so fluffy.
Have you patted one before?
I'm not patted one. I've seen one in the wild. I've been to South Africa on a sports tour. And we went on like yeah, man. I've been around some places.
Yeah, it's cool.
Iceland was pretty cool. That was one of the highlights. Yeah. Denmark I fucking enjoyed that place so much.
Yeah.
You know, Europe, obviously.
Yeah.
Dubai. But
yeah.
South Africa is it's a special place. Like my mum, she's from West Africa. She's from Nigeria. So I don't know if there's like some sort of fucking tie or whatever, but she never shut up about it growing up as a kid. So I've got like a bit of a soft spot for Africa. Yeah. But yeah, man, like I saw him in the wild, and like I think the white male rhino is now extinct.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That was the one, like we were fucking driving right in this like convoy. Next thing you know, massive brakes. You're like, Jesus, nearly headbutt someone in front of you. Like, what's going on? And literally, like, these two fucking rhinos just start walking right in front of you, and you're like, what is this? And yeah, now they're dead, which is a bit of a tragic ending.
Chilling,
yeah, just walked across.
Yeah,
just chilling.
That's so sad, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it'll be different every time. I reckon if you went back there every like 5-10 years, it would be completely different.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's good that you got to see them though.
Yeah, man. Like, and the thing is, that memory is, I don't really want to tar it. You know what I mean? I don't want to like go back to the same place, because then you'll have two conflicting memories. I think it's like, that's what's done is done now.
Yeah.
And more like go see something new.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to go to the islands around here.
Hey?
I'd love to go to the islands around here, like, you know, Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, Tasmania.
Yeah.
Like, they're insane.
There's a few CrossFit, like I think each island has one major CrossFit gym. And there's one in Samoa. I think that's just CrossFit Samoa, and that looks sick. Like, I follow them on Instagram, and I'm like, one day I'm going to get there. I want to go to a few of the islands and just do island hopping, but go to train.
Yeah.
I don't know about Fiji. I haven't really stalked Fiji yet, but that would be sick, because the islands are beautiful.
Yeah.
Weather will be nice. Food will be good.
Oh, good food.
You should definitely do that while you're on this side of the world.
Like, that was the first split. Well, first or second place. There was Tasmania, and then there was Tonga.
Yeah.
And the Tonga one was looking, you know, like a stronger connection, and I was like, yeah, man, let's fucking set this up, you know, like, let me get my feet on the ground, and like
some big strong boys in there.
Yeah, I walk in, hey guys, you know, like, I am blending in with a fucking piece of paper. I'm that white. I'm basically reflective. And I'm like, oh, what's up? Yeah, blonde as anything, blue eyes. They're gonna be the complete contrast. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just here to show you how it's done.
Yeah. Let me show you how to lift some weights, boys.
Yeah.
So you didn't get to go there?
Nah, so it was like COVID just fucking threw everything under the bus, right? And I've not been in contact with them since.
Yeah, I think I've been, like, initially I was in contact with a few different gyms to go move around a bit, and I think most companies and gyms have just sort of gone quiet. Like they don't want to commit to anything because we literally can't make plans. So I'm sure like once we get some freedom and the world's moving again, you'll be able to go back there.
Yeah,
and
I'll get double vaxxed, you know, and like I'll get that fucking vax passport or whatever the bullshit it is, and be like, okay, look, I'm done this, so I'm protecting your people too, so I'm not bringing anything with me, you know what I mean? And if you want me to get a test, I'll get a test, like no problem. And just like spreading the knowledge, right? Like you said, you're going to pick up more things from boxes around the world and around the place or whatever. And if I can help those guys out, like, it'd be awesome. Like, let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
You need to come Christchurch, mate. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I do want to get over there because I've only been to New Zealand. When I went to LA, we stopped in, I think it was Wellington. Was that the stopover? But it was only for like 2 hours, so I didn't get to go out. But I've got some family in Wellington. I don't think my partner wants to go back there because he's like seen it. So if we did, we'd probably go to Christchurch, I reckon. But if we can travel there and like we can't go to other places, I'd come like as soon as I can. I just want to get out of Melbourne and go somewhere else. Sick of Melbourne, been here too long.
Really? Is it a big city?
We'll get there. It's a big city, but it's just when you're in lockdown, it's like you don't appreciate what you've got.
Yeah.
Because you just want something else.
Yeah.
So you see the same thing every day. And luckily for me, like I live, me and my partner both live Bayside, but we don't live together. So he's in towards the city and I'm out. So still close enough, but just having the two different spots has been good. So I've got more the cruisy beach side where it's a bit more family and it's really safe. And he's in like the area close to the city, and there's a lot of like around his area, there's a lot of like homeless people and lots of people on drugs and party people, but then it's also very professional as well. It's a good mix, whereas my area is like the safety area.
Yeah.
I can go for a run by myself and go out at night and it's fine, whereas there you'd want to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah. No, I understand that totally.
So I've had the mix all locked down. Now I'm ready to like go to Tonga or something.
Fuck yeah.
Go to Tonga, go to Christchurch. Anyway.
Like places over here blow my mind, man. Like legit. Like I lived in Auckland for like 5 months, right? And I'm walking down the street. It was like a half-hour walk because obviously I got here. I didn't have a car or a bike or anything. It's just kind of me and one bag. And it was a half an hour walk before I was staying to the gym I was coaching at, right? I was just walking down at like whatever time in the morning, you know, as you do, just taking in the scenery. And I'm like, there's a palm tree in someone's garden. You know what I mean?
Wait, where was this?
This was in Auckland.
Oh, in Auckland, yeah.
I'm like, there's a palm tree in someone's garden. This is fucking insane. You know what I mean? I'm like, what is this? You know, like they're growing pineapples and coconuts in their garden.
Yeah.
I don't understand. You know,
it's weird for Auckland though, isn't it?
Well, it's like humid, you know what I mean? It's tropical climate.
Like in Melbourne you can, but it's not that common. You see it. Yeah, but you see it more like towards the city around the beach area, but it's not necessarily in people's gardens. That's cool.
Well, even seeing a beach, mate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, where's the glass in the sand? Why is the sea not black? You know what I mean? It was absolutely blows my mind. It's fucking it's insane.
Yeah, so different to what you're used to. But that's the cool part of traveling, is just the contrasts in everything.
What's the best place you've been to?
Overseas?
Yeah. Or just in general?
It'd have to be when I'm traveling. I really liked Berlin. Berlin was cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Barcelona probably over Berlin. But I think my favorite place, there's so many because like I've been to America too. But I always go to Bali. Like I go to Canggu in Bali, and that's, I think because I've been there so many times, I feel really comfortable, and it's like I know where everything is. I know where to go get food. So it's sort of like a second home. So that is when I think of a place that I want to go to first, it's there because it's like comfort. But every place has its own, like the only place I didn't rate highly was probably Dubai. Like I was happy to come home, but everywhere else I go, I don't want to come home. I want to stay. San Fran, I loved San Fran.
Oh, cool.
That was really cool. I've been to Mexico. They're all good in different ways. Like San Fran is just, you see all these, if you're walking down the street, you're like, I've seen this in a movie. I've seen this before. And in Mexico, it's like the ruins. It's all ancient stuff. So it's completely different, but really cool in their own way. So I'd say favorite off the top of my head is just Canggu because it's like home. But yeah, I haven't seen a lot of the world, so I still want to get out there and see it. But
I know you named a lot of places.
Yeah, I've been to Europe, been to America, all Southeast Asia. But I haven't been to all of Australia. That's stupid. Must see.
Well, I've not been to Scotland.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like fucking 5-hour drive from it.
Yeah.
And now I'm on the other side of the world. So like,
funny, I'd rather go to another country, like overseas, than go see like another part of Australia.
Yeah. No, I understand that. Like if it's on your doorstep, you don't usually do it, right? And if you live somewhere, you don't do all the touristy stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Usually. I really want to go to like the right top of Norway. Like right at the top.
Yeah.
I think that'd be so fucking cool. They've got these like tree houses that you can, they basically rent it out as like an Airbnb, and they've like kitted it all out.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Got to do that. Got to put that on your bucket list.
Yeah, although I've literally gone the other way if I wanted to go there. You know what I mean? I've gone so far south, I'm fucking miles away.
Make your way back there eventually.
So me and my flatmate thought about this because he's from Scotland. We thought about thought about walking home from here. And it would take 3 years.
Really?
Like legitimately mapped it out.
Walk across water and stuff?
No. So you walk and then you get a boat. So it includes the boat time, and then you walk all the length of Australia, and then you get a boat, and then you walk. Like it would take 3 years, but then we were like, realistically, you'll need to stop and work to get money. So like, all right, it'll take us 4 years. So 4 years to walk from here all the way home. And I'm like, that'd be a fucking rad story.
That would be a trip. I'd take 5 years and just chill more a bit in each place.
Like, imagine that, like legitimately walking pretty much the length of the world.
Yeah. Please, I don't know anyone that's done that before.
Exactly.
I've heard of anyone that's done. That'd be cool. Maybe you could put that on your bucket list.
If I go quiet and you're like, I'm not heard from this dickhead from a long time. Like, what's he? I'm probably out walking somewhere. I'm like, right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing it.
It'll take a while.
Yeah, Jesus. Mate, I really appreciate your time. I'm not going to fucking dig into your day anymore.
Yeah, all good. I just got a text message from my dog groomer. She's like, Peaches is ready.
Did you look at that?
Pick up my babe.
It's like I'm psychic. No, I appreciate that, mate. Hey?
It was good to chat to you. If you ever, once our borders and everything open, you can travel. If you ever come to Melbourne and you need like a foot in the door with any gyms, let me know.
Thanks, pal. Yeah, like fuck yeah. Like I'm here. I might as well like travel around and see some places and drink some coffee.
That's good about our community too. Like in that fitness community, there's always everyone's looking out for each other. So you'll be able to like just travel work.
That's totally right, right? Just helping people along the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, man. Right, I appreciate it. You go get your little dog. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, you have a good day.
You too, boss.
All right. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.